And welcome to Beer Guys TV, live from, well, I don't know how live it is, but it's lively, and it's coming your way with a little peppermint patty coming your way, huh?
Ooh. Some Pearsons.
I like it.
Ooh, sounds good.
If you're looking for serious, in-depth beer information, well, you're listening to the wrong show. But if you want fun and entertaining beer information, you've come to the right place. It's another Beer Guys TV podcast.
And welcome to Beer Guys TV. Greg Johnson along with Carol and... What in the world?
Oh, hi.
You're not Shane.
Shane.
No, it's
John. Son-in-law.
Yeah.
Oh. We swapped Shane for a better looking version. Is that what?
We needed a bigger beard.
You got the same haircut.
More beard, yeah.
Same haircut. Got the bigger beard though. Yeah, a lot
John
darker
Francis.
beard too. Yeah.
I'm John Francis. Shane's son-in-law.
All right. Well, welcome, John.
Yeah.
And of course, Brent.
Yeah.
How you doing, Brent?
I'm doing all right.
Well, excellent. Well, we're all doing all right, and we're ready to check out a beer here on Beer Guys TV. And it's from Tin Whiskers Brewing out of the Twin Cities, and it's on a sad note.
Yeah, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yep, they're kind of
Calling her quits.
Yeah. You know, it's a tough time for a lot of small businesses, and breweries are no exception. So,
right.
Yeah.
But at any rate, in the meantime, Brent, you brought this beer here, and a bomber, which I like.
It's nice.
Mint patty, yeah.
Pearson's mint
Now this is a barrel aged mint patty stout.
11%,
Ooh.
11 ABV,
It's a big beer.
50
Yeah.
on the IBU.
How much?
50 on the
Oh,
IBU.
really? Which is kind of unusual. A lot of the stouts, normally the IBU is pretty mild,
low,
but 50 on the IBU, that'll be interesting to check out.
What's IBU?
The,
That's okay. That's why we're here, to educate. International bitterness units.
so the hoppage.
Oh.
Yeah, the hoppage of it, the
Yeah.
bitterness or the
Very
bite.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
international
guess we'll
bitterness.
see. It could be they're playing off the sweetness.
Yeah.
of that IBU.
Because sometimes it can be sneaky and fool you on that.
So, I mean, to kind of,
Yeah.
I
And I know.
wonder how the peppermint will play into
Yeah.
that.
Yes, we'll find out here shortly.
See.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass this over to you because it looks like you're going to have a little bit of a challenge opening that bad boy up. But you always got your handy dandy tool nearby. But Tin Whiskers Brewing has been around for, you know how long, Brent? It's
I should know. It's
not real long.
probably been 8 years.
Is that long?
I think
Really?
maybe
Yeah.
so. You guys out there might look it up and find out.
Yeah.
It's too bad that they're closing their doors.
They've got an
Yeah, it
interesting
is.
thing. The whole Tin Whiskers thing is kind of a engineer's thing. It talks about like when you solder things and you get those little wisps, tin whiskers. I think that's where that comes from. And Shane and I have done some reviews on some of their other beers. So this will be interesting to see. They've done several things with Pearson nut roll and Pearson
The nut goodie, the nut roll,
yeah, now the
peppermint patty.
yeah, the mint patties here. Pearson's
Pearson's is also Minnesota.
St. Paul.
Yeah,
correct?
St. Paul as well.
Yeah, so-
it's a nice collaboration, and of course, famous Minnesota candies hooked up with the beer, and there you have it. But the Pearson's Mint Patties Stout. So I'm kind of looking forward. Now we've tried some other mint stouts in the past, and sometimes the mint comes off, and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you're like, "Where's the mint?" But
Yeah.
so I'm curious to see how this. I guess
Yeah,
I'll turn my
I'm-
glass
I'm-
up right.
Kind of smell it,
Yeah. So, but at any rate, we're going to check this beer out. Now, we review all of our beers, buy it, try it, or skip it. And I don't know how much Shane has brought you up to speed, but yeah. And what? I guess real quick, what's your beer background? Have you delved into the craft beers? I mean, have you?
I did for, I don't know, probably like 10 years ago. I tried to kind of get into it, but
Whoa.
school took over.
Yeah.
And I just kind of,
Yeah. So.
I got a lot of other things to do. So
So it'll be interesting to get
right.
interesting to get your perspective on this, because
Yeah.
sometimes we get exposed to all these beers,
Sure.
and to get somebody that's kind of a novice, so to speak.
Sure.
And so forth. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no,
So,
glad to be here.
well, very good. So, all right, Brent. Well, being you brought this, I'll let you start.
You
start.
fire away. You got a hold of it.
Oh, well, we'll start with ladies first.
All right.
Hey,
Carol Ann is all. No, you're kind of a stout gal.
I'm
so.
kind of a stout gal.
And that's all you get.
No. Okay, that's good.
Okay,
We
all
need-
right.
we need to
You
share.
can start checking that out there, by golly. And we'll open her up a little bit there. And John will hook you up with a little brewski here. Now, have you tried the darker beers, John? Is that
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with them because sometimes they're a little too much or not in the right mood for it.
right? Yep.
But, you know, I do like a dark beer.
And a lot of beers are like that.
Yeah.
Gotta save some for. Oh wait, hark! I hear some. Oh, I'm sorry, Shane. It's all gone.
Oh, shucks.
Oh,
I'll just have your glass.
wait! All right. Oh, very good. Well, again, I'm sorry. You said it was 50 on the IBUs and 11% on the ABV.
Oh yeah, yeah.
ABV, alcohol by volume.
And if you know anything about the
That one I
imperial
know.
or barrel aged, as soon as you
yeah.
Yep,
You know
pretty
it.
much can smell it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
You got
that's-
quite the glass of beer, though. What did I do that for? Yeah.
Oh, it's
Great.
gonna be crazy.
She's driving. No, I'm kidding. As we always say on Beer Guys TV, never
Yes,
drink and drive.
no.
Always use a
Have it.
designated driver. So Shane's driving us home. That's all I know.
It smells really good.
Wow. Yeah. You
smells
can.
good.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. You can.
You get that raisin.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
raisin.
You always know then it's like, ooh, this is a big beer.
That does smell
No, no, I get a little bit of the mint, but it's not overpowering by any
No,
means.
no, on the smell, no. But might be in the taste, but I don't smell it.
Okay. Well, speaking of taste, shall we?
Oh, let's delve.
Well, good luck. Yeah, it'll be interesting to get everybody's perspective on this big beer from Tin Whiskers.
We know that one serving just isn't enough, so there's more Beer Guys TV on tap and coming up.
Beer Guys TV brings you beer reviews and beer-related information in a fun and clean, entertaining way. Our website is a combination of beer articles, reviews, products, videos, and now podcasts too. And you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Check those out. Please take a moment to visit our sponsors as well and tell them that you heard about them or saw them right here on Beer Guys TV. That will allow us to continue to bring you entertaining beer reviews and other fun stuff your way. And remember to enjoy your beer in moderation, never drink and drive, and always use a designated driver. That way you'll be around to enjoy more beer tomorrow. Hey, thanks for listening. And now, back to the show.
Well, that's good.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting some mint off of there.
Yeah, definitely the mint.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Well, being you brought this beer, we're going to save you for last there, Brent.
All right.
And,
That means I get to
yeah,
start.
well, ladies first. Let's let Carol Ann give us your take on this beer
I gotta
from
have
Tin
one more
Whiskers.
little sippy.
One more, again, from the Pearson's Mint Patties, a barrel-aged Mint Patties Stout.
It's a 2021,
Oh, okay. All right.
so it's vintage.
No, yeah.
You can get in a lot of trouble drinking.
But I just
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
That's
that's-
good.
I
Yeah,
just picked it up
that's a
just
sneaky
several
one.
weeks ago from them, so it's
Okay.
been there.
Now,
sneaky.
on a quick side note, well, you were there at the brewery, and they mentioned that they were going to kind of call it
Yeah.
a day, which is always a sad note to
is.
hear.
Yes.
And we, thanks to the folks at Tin Whiskers for putting out some good beers for a while here.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm sure most of those brewers will move on to another brewery or something. I would think.
Oh, hope so.
You never know.
Yeah, yeah, it's a different world out there. A lot of things going on. It's tough on everybody, but so anyway, but go ahead, Caroline. Tell us what you think of this beer.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Okay, next.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I do like stouts. I get where Brent was talking about raisin smell and taste. I also, on a personal note, do a lot of essential oils.
Oh,
So the peppermint that I get from this isn't like a peppermint candy. It's more of almost like an essence of peppermint.
'cause it's a little sharper. Yeah.
That you would get more like if you would put peppermint oil on your skin and smell it. It's not so much the taste, but you know it's there.
So you want to wear it?
No,
Oh.
no. But what I'm saying is, it's the taste is there, but not very strong. It's just a
So it's
hint
not-
of
oh,
it,
it's not-
but
yeah.
but you know it's there,
Not overpowering.
right?
Yeah.
And a little maybe a
Which
little
you-
chocolate.
You'd
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
it would be overpowering because
You would think so.
Yeah, yeah, right,
As-
just-
I mean, if you're thinking of a Pearson's peppermint patty, you're thinking peppermint.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not that. It's more subtle. It's very good.
So?
It would be something you would like to, for me, after dinner, couple hours, sit in a chair and a sipper.
A sipper, yeah. Yep, by the fireplace maybe.
Yep,
and
yep, boring from the
Smoking a
TV,
cigar, I can see you doing that.
No, I don't know about that part.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, definitely just
So, try it, buy it, or skip it.
I would probably buy it.
Okay. You won't be able
but I
to
won't
for
be able
long,
to,
unfortunately.
but-
Yeah. You
but
won't be able to,
yeah,
but if you can, get it while you can.
Right. It's good.
Okay.
I like it.
Very good. Well, we're going to slip over to the novice, if you will, there, John. Tell us what you think. And again, there's no wrong answers because everybody's palate's a little bit different. And tell us what you think about this beer.
Yeah, I think you're really dead on with it. Not like hitting you over the head with the mint. It's really just in there, but like not like the forefront of it all. It very much like it just kind of stays there too. Like if you take a sip, like you're tasting it. And tasting it.
I can still feel it
But
now.
it's not. You don't get sick of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it just hangs out. And it's good. It's
Yeah.
really good. Sometimes when you have beers this dark, and I've had a few, especially going around with Shane to different breweries,
Shane, he's like that, you know.
and we have different tastes sometimes when it comes to beers, and sometimes the dark ones I've had at these breweries have been a little bit too much.
Bit much for you. Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, just not quite right. This one hits right at home for me because I like a smooth, kind of a creamy, like stout, and this hits all of that for me. Where like I would 100% buy this. This is really good.
This is the buy it for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. How about that? Well,
I
that's
would, absolutely would. I don't
a-
normally say that about a lot of beers we go to breweries for.
Gotta
Like,
go online, hunt it down.
right? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's genuinely pretty good. If you like a nice, smooth, dark beer, it's just really good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is from my perspective,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's coming from I say novice. You've been around beer a little bit more than some, but and sometimes it takes a palate exposure for your palate to kind of change and to adapt, whether it's IPAs or stouts or whatever. So, very good. Well, thank you, John.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Well, I will kind of concur that the mint kind of hangs around in
Yeah.
the background there a little bit, kind of
think
like
that's
which
what
is
I
kind
was
of
saying.
nice. It's kind of refreshing.
And I think that's where I was kind of coming from with the essential oils because it kind of lingers there.
Yeah. It's a lingerer.
Yeah.
But it's a bowl. It's a full flavor, full body, a nice smooth, creamy mouthfeel to it. I like it. If it was going to stick around, it would certainly be a buy it for me. I'd keep one in the fridge for every once in a while,
Yeah.
especially around a fire or a fireplace or outdoor camping.
Yeah.
Some s'mores and then some of this.
Yeah, that would be good.
Or a couple of
Ooh.
chocolate
Yeah.
chip cookies.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be good
I remember
too.
you said camping earlier too. I was like, that would be really good next to a
Yeah,
fire.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep,
man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Around your father-in-law's fire pit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Shane tends to have beer and cigars around the fire pit.
Yeah, you gotta marry into that though.
Yeah. Well,
He doesn't invite the novice over to his house.
all right. Well, so,
Rumor has it.
yeah. So it was a buy it for me as well. So, Mr. Anderson, you brought this beer. Tell us what you think of this thing.
What's unique about this? Okay, so if you take
It uniques up on you.
it could
That
be.
too.
You take a swig of this and you take a quick inhale of air after you swallow, you will get hit with that mint.
Yes.
Now the interesting thing about
Yeah.
this is when you're talking about that smooth feel on the mouth, that kind of that coating.
Yeah.
If you let it linger before you swallow, you get the chocolate and that sugars from the actual patty in your mouth. You get that feel and you taste it, and that's what smooths out that bourbon barrel aging.
Yeah.
So you get that with, like I said, when you first smell it, you're like, oh, I know this has been bourbon barrel aged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You smell it because
Yeah.
I get that
Yeah.
raisin kind of smell right off the top.
Yep.
Now that also can add a little more fullness to the flavor too. It could sometimes you get almost a buttery kind of thing, like you would with a Chardonnay. So This has a little bit of that going on, but that chocolate that's in there kind of gets a bump from that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a unique beer. It's too bad that it's gonna not be around very much longer.
Yeah.
And if you get a chance, who knows?
Get
I mean,
one.
if this gets out there
Stock
soon
up.
enough, if you get a chance, when I was there a couple weeks back, I bought 2 bottles. They had 2 bottles
So
there.
you have one more, is what you're saying?
I don't know what you're talking
How
about.
much you want for
But,
it?
it's one of those beers. If you can still get a chance to get down there and try it, they might not have the bourbon barrel aged, but they might have the regular stout, peppermint stout.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's still good too. So if you can get in there before they close, they've got a lot of great beers, a lot of interesting beers. Obviously, they paired with Pearson's for this, and they used the peppermint patty. And they actually did. I've had a few of their beers that they pair with Pearson's.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
The salted nut roll.
There's the salted nut roll,
the nut goodie.
the maple nut goodie,
Yeah.
their porter. They did that a porter maple nut goodie, and that was like dessert in a glass. This is a little bit different. This is good, and it has a little bit of sweetness to it, but I don't call it like a dessert in a glass.
No.
Yeah.
But this one would hold up if you were going to be around the campfire.
Yes.
You were going to have, say you wanted to pair this with some other kind of dessert. If you paired this with something chocolate, boy, they both.
Oh, that would
pop.
probably
Oh,
pop
yeah.
right off there. Yeah.
Or
Lava
maybe
cake.
maybe
Lava
a
cake.
cigar.
Lava.
Lava
Ooh,
cake.
lava cake.
Yep.
Lava cake.
So, and strangely enough, for something that has mint in it, I didn't get clobbered over the head with it.
No, it was
But
really.
it's there,
Yeah.
and maybe that's what helps to balance a little bit of the
The
bourbon
bourbon
barrel age.
Yep.
So, in my opinion, I definitely say, very least, you got to try it. But I would buy it if it was going to be around. I would buy it. This would be something that I would keep one on hand,
kind of for
just because it's
Yeah.
such a different beer.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, right.
And it's a good beer.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll be sad to say, when they finally close their doors, I'll be sad to see them go because this is a good beer.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you go. You've got pretty much buy-its across the board here. So not too shabby from Tin Whiskers Brewing out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Hooked up with Pearson's Candy Company, also out of St. Paul. So they're mint stout. And sad to say that they're closing the doors. So, and maybe by the time you've seen this, maybe it's already a done deal. But in the meantime, thank you, Brent, for bringing this beer.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was very tasty, and hey, there might be other mint stouts out there. Give them a shot. Give them see what you think. If you're thinking mint beer, but not too shabby at all. So give it a whirl. And it's too bad Shane Zeppelin didn't get any because I'm about to pour the rest of this one in my beer right now. We'll save just a little bit for Shane.
Never mind the studio audience, people.
Yeah, that's right. You settle down out there. You didn't pay that much to get in here. So, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this Beer Guys TV Brewcast. For Carol and for Brent and for John, I'm Greg. And until next time, beers to ya. Yeah, a minty beer to you at that. And just a kind of, well, it must be good.
Yeah.
The new
Beer
guy.
Guys TV reminds you to drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and always use a DD. Be sure to expand your beer list by trying something different. Remember to check out BeerGuysTV.com and find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening to this Beer Guys TV podcast. Sponsor messages you hear on our podcast are paid endorsements unless otherwise stated. These messages help us bring Beer Guys TV to you. We encourage you to support our sponsors so that we may continue to provide quality entertainment and information. Our reviews are honest opinions. Your opinion and taste may vary. We encourage you to try beers and products for yourself and form your own opinions. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what beer you like and send us your suggestions for us to review. You can contact us at BeerGuysTV@gmail.com.